The small, quiet town of Greenwood had always been a peaceful place, tucked away from the chaos of the outside world.
It was the kind of place where people knew their neighbors, and the worst thing that ever happened was a dog running loose or a few children breaking windows with their baseballs.
But on this particular evening, the calm was shattered. Emily sat in her daughter Lily's room, cleaning up the mess that had been left behind from another afternoon of toys and scattered books. She was used to it, of course. As a single mother, there were always things to clean, chores to do, and a never-ending stream of small but important tasks. But Lily, her young daughter, had an infectious energy that seemed to spread throughout the house. Every day, Emily found herself picking up after her, yet it was never a chore that bothered her. Lily was special to Emily in ways she couldn't fully explain. From the moment she had been born, there had been something extraordinary about her. A quiet intelligence in her eyes, a curiosity that made her stand out even among other children. Emily had always assumed that it was simply the bond between mother and child that made her feel this way. But that evening, something was about to happen that would shake everything Emily thought she knew about her daughter. It was just after dusk when the first strange thing occurred. Emily had just finished tidying up the last of the toys when she noticed a faint glow outside Lily's window. At first, she thought it was just a trick of the light, the reflection of the setting sun bouncing off the old glass. But the glow persisted, growing brighter as she stepped closer to the window. Curious, Emily opened the window to get a better look. The air was cool against her skin, and the familiar scent of pine trees from the nearby forest filled her nostrils. But as she gazed into the evening sky, she noticed something that made her heart stop. There, in the distance, a bright beam of light descended from the heavens. It wasn't like anything she had ever seen before. There was no sound, no rumbling, no sign of what it could be. Before she could react, a strange hum filled the air, vibrating through her bones. She turned to check on Lily, but the room was empty. A wave of panic washed over her as she rushed out into the hallway, calling her daughter's name. "Lily? Where are you?" The hum grew louder, and the light outside intensified, casting an eerie glow through the house. Emily's pulse quickened as she ran to Lily's room, her mind racing with worry. She reached the door, just as the beam of light burst through the window, enveloping the entire room in its brilliance. For a moment, everything was blinding white. Then, just as suddenly as it had begun, the light faded. Emily stumbled into the room, heart hammering in her chest, only to find it empty. Her eyes searched frantically, but there was no sign of Lily. Panic set in. "Lily!" she shouted, her voice shaking. It was then that she heard the voice, a deep, resonant sound that seemed to fill the entire room. "What were you doing in my daughter's room?" The words echoed in her mind, and her breath caught in her throat. The voice was unmistakable. It was angry, powerful, commanding. She spun around, but saw nothing. The room was eerily quiet, save for the distant hum that seemed to vibrate the very air. "Where are you?" Emily called out, feeling a chill settle over her skin. "Who's there?" And then, from the shadows, a figure stepped forward. At first, Emily thought her eyes were playing tricks on her. The figure was tall, impossibly tall, with an almost regal bearing. She was a woman. No, something far beyond a woman. Clad in a strange, shimmering armor that reflected the light of the room. Her face was alien, yet there was something deeply familiar about her. An ancient wisdom in her eyes, a strength that emanated from her every movement. Emily gasped, stepping back instinctively. "What? What do you want?" The alien woman's gaze fixed on Emily, and for a moment it felt as if the whole universe was watching her. The Queen's voice came again, louder this time, each word carrying the weight of centuries. "What were you doing in my daughter's room?" Emily's mind reeled. Her mouth went dry as she tried to make sense of the situation. I don't understand." "I was just cleaning. I don't know what's happening." The alien queen's expression darkened, her eyes narrowing. She took a step forward, and the air around her seemed to grow heavier, more oppressive. "Your daughter is not what you think she is," she said, her voice laced with authority. Emily's heart pounded as she took a shaky step back. "What do you mean? Lily is just a little girl." "She's my daughter." The alien queen's eyes softened slightly, though there was no warmth in her gaze. "Your daughter is the key to something far greater than you can comprehend. I have come to reclaim her." "Reclaim her?" Emily's mind raced as she tried to process the words. The queen's presence was overwhelming, her power undeniable. This couldn't be real. There was no way this was happening. But as the queen's words sunk in, Emily realized something. This was no ordinary being standing before her. She was something far more ancient, far more dangerous than anything Emily had ever known. "I don't understand," Emily whispered. "What do you mean, reclaim her?"
"Lily is my daughter. She's just a child." The alien queen regarded her with an inscrutable gaze. "She is not just any child."
"She is the last of my bloodline, the last of my kind."
Emily's breath caught in her throat. "What are you talking about? How can she be your bloodline?"
"Lily is human." The queen shook her head slowly, her eyes filled with a sorrow that took Emily by surprise. "She is not fully human. She carries the blood of the ancients, the blood of my people. I have been searching for her for centuries. And now, finally, I have found her." The revelation hit Emily like a ton of bricks. She staggered back, gripping the edge of the windowsill for support. No, this can't be true."
"She's my daughter. She's just a little girl."
"She doesn't know anything about this." The queen's gaze softened, though her expression remained firm. "She doesn't know, but she will. She is destined for greatness, Emily. She is destined to lead my people, to restore our civilization, and I will do whatever it takes to bring her back." Emily felt as though the ground had been ripped from under her. Her entire world was crashing down, and the alien queen's words echoed in her mind. "Lily is not human. Lily is part of something far bigger than Earth." The air felt thick, and Emily's mind raced. What could she possibly do now? Her daughter was being claimed by this alien queen, and everything she had known, everything she had believed in, was suddenly in question. "Please,"
Emily pleaded, her voice breaking.
"She's just a child. Please don't take her. She's my only family. I can't lose her." The queen stood silent for a long moment, as if contemplating something deep and ancient. Finally, she spoke, her voice softer now.
"I do not wish to harm her, Emily, but her destiny is already written."
The time has come for her to fulfill it. Emily's mind was reeling. She was caught in a whirlwind of emotions: fear, confusion, desperation. She had to protect her daughter, but how could she fight something like this? How could she stop an alien queen who claimed to be her daughter's true mother? "I won't let you take her," Emily said, her voice shaking but resolute. "She belongs with me. She's my daughter, and you can't have her." The queen's gaze hardened once more, and for a moment, Emily thought she saw something flicker in the queen's eyes. Regret, perhaps, or something even deeper.
"I do not wish to fight you, Emily, but I will do whatever is necessary to fulfill my mission."
"You must understand. I have no other choice." Emily's mind raced. There had to be another way. She couldn't let Lily go, but she didn't know how to stop this alien queen, not with her words, not with anything she had. Emily stood in the middle of her daughter's room, the alien queen towering in front of her. Every instinct in her screamed to run, to protect her daughter, but her legs felt like lead. Her mind spun with confusion. Her heart raced with fear. This could not be happening. It simply couldn't. The queen's words echoed in Emily's ears. She is not just any child. She is the last of my bloodline. Emily shook her head, trying to push the impossible reality from her mind. You're lying, she whispered, the words barely escaping her trembling lips. Lily is my daughter. She's human. The alien queen's eyes softened, a flicker of something like sadness passing across her features. I do not lie, Emily. Your daughter is more than you understand. Her origins are not of this world. She is part of an ancient lineage that has been lost for centuries, and I have come to reclaim her. Emily's hands shook as she ran them through her hair, still trying to grasp the situation. She wanted to argue, to shout, but the queen's presence was too overwhelming. Every word the alien spoke seemed to carry the weight of 1,000 years. I don't believe you, Emily said, her voice shaking with disbelief. You're telling me my daughter is some alien? She's part of some ancient race? Her voice cracked as she tried to make sense of the impossible. Days. The queen nodded solemnly. Yes, she is the last living heir of my people, the last of a once great civilization. My people have been scattered across the stars, and I have searched for centuries to find her. The queen's gaze never wavered. I found her, Emily. She is the one who will restore my people.
But she's just a child, Emily whispered, as if saying it aloud would make it more real. She doesn't even know who you are.
She's just Lily, my daughter, my little girl. The queen stepped closer, her voice quiet yet full of power. She does not remember, but she will. It is in her blood. Her power is awakening, and soon she will know the truth of her heritage. She will understand what she is meant to do. Emily's stomach churned. She could barely breathe. Her mind screamed at her to do something, anything to protect Lily. I won't let you take her, Emily said, her voice firm, though it trembled with uncertainty. You can't just come here and claim her. She belongs with me. I raised her. She is mine. The queen's gaze softened slightly, but there was no sign of retreat in her eyes. I do not wish to take her, Emily. I only seek to guide her, to help her realize her destiny. You will see. She is the key to saving us. Saving who? Emily asked, her voice rising. Saving you?
You don't care about her. You're using her.
The alien queen did not flinch. I care for her more than you can imagine. She is the last of my blood, the last of my people. Without her, our race will perish.
Her destiny is not just to save me, but to save countless worlds. Emily stepped back, the reality of the situation crashing down on her.
She couldn't stop shaking. Her heart was heavy with a mixture of fear and disbelief. She wanted to scream, to make the queen leave, but she knew it wasn't possible. The queen was no mere invader. She was powerful, ancient, and her claim was undeniable. I can't just hand her over to you, Emily said, her voice barely above a whisper. She's my daughter. You don't understand what she means to me. The queen took another step forward, lowering her gaze as though considering Emily's words. I understand more than you know, Emily. I have watched countless worlds burn, entire civilizations fall to war and destruction. I have seen the suffering of my people. I have lost so much. But your daughter, Lily, she is our salvation. Emily's heart clenched. She didn't want to hear any more. She couldn't bear the thought of losing Lily. Lily was everything to her. She was her world, her reason for living. Emily had spent years raising her, teaching her right from wrong, protecting her from the world. And now here was this alien queen, claiming that Lily was meant for something greater. something far beyond anything Emily could comprehend. "You're asking me to give her up," Emily said softly, her voice cracking. "How can I do that? How can I send her with you when she doesn't even know you? How can I let you take my daughter?" The Queen's eyes flashed with an intensity that shook Emily to her core. "You do not have to let her go, Emily, but you cannot stop what is coming. The time is near. Lily's power is growing stronger every day, and soon she will remember everything, her true purpose."
She will know who she is. I won't let you control her, Emily said, her voice growing stronger.
"She is my daughter. I won't let you take her." The Queen studied her for a long moment, and for the first time, Emily saw a flicker of something like pity in her eyes. "I do not wish to control her, Emily. I only wish to guide her, to show her the path she was born to walk. But if you continue to resist, you may force me to take actions you will not like." Emily's heart pounded in her chest. She didn't know what to do. She couldn't let the Queen have Lily. She couldn't lose her daughter, not like this. But the Queen's power was overwhelming. What could Emily possibly do to stop her? "I'm her mother," Emily said, her voice shaking but firm. "I will protect her with everything I have, no matter who or what you are. You will never take my daughter from me." The Queen's expression hardened, and for a moment Emily thought she saw a flash of anger in her eyes.
"You are a mother, yes, but you do not understand the weight of this."
"The fate of entire worlds rests on her shoulders. She is more than just your child."
"She is a leader, a ruler, a savior."
I don't care what she is to you, Emily said fiercely.
"She's mine, and I will never let you take her." The alien Queen paused, her gaze softening just slightly. "I see that you are not ready to accept the truth," she said, her voice quiet now. "But know this, Emily. You are not the only one with a stake in this. There are others who will come for her, and they will not be as merciful as I have been. Your resistance will not protect her forever." Emily's blood ran cold at the Queen's words. "What do you mean? Who else is coming?" The Queen did not answer right away. She stood tall and regal, her eyes fixed on Emily, as though weighing her every word. "You will learn soon enough, but know this. My people are not the only ones who know of Lily's existence. There are others who seek her power, who will stop at nothing to claim it for themselves. And they will not hesitate to destroy everything in their path." Emily felt a surge of fear, a rush of cold dread that made her heart freeze. What had she gotten herself into? She had no idea how to protect Lily from these unknown forces, no idea what to do next. But one thing was certain. She would do anything to keep her daughter safe. Even if it meant facing this alien Queen, even if it meant standing against the entire universe. "I won't let you take her," Emily repeated, her voice steady despite the terror in her chest. I'll protect her, no matter what." The Queen's gaze softened, a flicker of understanding passing through her eyes. "You are a strong mother, Emily. That strength will be tested. But remember this, there are forces beyond your comprehension at work. Forces that will come for her, whether you are ready or not." Emily stood tall, meeting the Queen's gaze. She didn't know what the future held. She didn't know how she was going to protect Lily. But she would do whatever it took. She would fight, even if it meant facing the entire universe. Because Lily was hers, and she would never let anyone take her away.